Hello, annyeonghaseyo. My name is Alyce, and today we're gonna be talking about traveling from Nairobi to Arusha via bus, because that's the only way that I can advise you on, because I've only traveled from Nairobi to Arusha via bus twice. So as you can see, I'm an expert at this. So if you're traveling from Nairobi to Arusha, there are three places in town that I can tell you can get a bus going to Arusha, and it just depends with the time that you're going to Arusha, and I guess maybe just preference of bus. Maybe if I just tell you the buses, maybe there's some buses you would prefer. So there are three places I know. Riverside Shuttle, that's opposite Jivanji, like on the side closer to the University of Nairobi bridge. And this one has a shuttle, the small mini buses, and they leave every day at 8 a.m. headed to Arusha, and they arrive at 1400 hours. And this bus, this mini shuttle bus, the ones with the little curtains like the airport buses, it costs 1500 to travel. So that is that one. The second one is located at the beginning of Riverroad, just around the Koja Mosque. Yeah, if you just follow the entrance of Riverroad, just a few buildings down, you'll find a couple of buses that usually head to Dar-es-salaam via Arusha. These are such as Dar Express and Saibaba. I'm not sure if I'm forgetting any other, but if you go there, this one's another, like the big buses that we're used to, like the ones that go to coast. And this buses also cost 1500, but they leave a little earlier. So like the Dar and Dar Express, they leave at 5:45. But then there's the Saibaba that leaves sometimes at 4 a.m., sometimes at 5 a.m. It's the earlier bus. And so there's those two options in case you want to arrive in Arusha really early. And I'd advise, if you're going further than Arusha, you just need Arusha like as a stopover, then you head on to Mbeya, please take the earliest bus you can. But if you're just arriving in Arusha and you're relaxing in Arusha, then you're okay with like any bus. And I wanted to say, let me finish first. The third place you can find a bus from Nairobi to Arusha is at T-Room. I think at the end of T-Room, near where the modern coast buses are, there's some few buses that usually go to Arusha, but these ones leave a little later, like at 10 a.m. But then the thing that you'll notice is that there's usually like an average price of all the buses that head to Arusha. Right now it's about 1500 shillings. And there's one I'm forgetting called Tahmid, but I'm not really sure where you get Tahmid in town. So if anyone knows where Tahmid is, let us know. Yes. So the thing I would say is, if you probably have told you all the buses, if you want to travel in a shuttle, you know which shuttle, not the shuttle like the small mini buses, there are those ones. There's the big buses, and then I'd say the classier buses are Dar Express. Saibaba is also pretty good. But for example, with Saibaba, with Dar and Dar Express and Riverside Shuttle and the ones from T-Room, they all leave from Nairobi. They depart from Nairobi. But if you're taking the Saibaba, it comes from Kampala. So you're going to be boarding the bus and finding other people on the bus. So you can't really guarantee getting good seats, like window seats. And you really can't also scout the bus to see if the condition of the bus is good. But with Dar and Dar Express, I'm pretty sure the buses are usually packed on the day of travel, so you can go in and see the bus and see how it is, though you won't have a choice because you've already paid for the bus. But anyway, I like the Deluxe one because the Deluxe had USB port, like USB ports, so that you could charge your phone using your USB cable. But I preferred to go with the Saibaba because it was the earliest bus, and so that's how I made my decision. So I've already told you the times that they leave and the price of the buses. Let me see if there's anything else. So if you want to travel at night, I'd probably tell you that buses to Tanzania don't travel at night. You can't be able to cross the border to Tanzania at night because night travel is, I guess, prohibited. But with a personal car, I'm not sure. And next, it takes around with the Saibaba, if you leave at around 5 a.m., you get to Arusha at around 9 a.m., 9:10. But the thing is, it's because at the border there's usually like immigration. So if you get there and you get there with like around 4 buses, all you guys have to go make the line and then have your yellow fever and your passports stamped and everything, and then you can proceed on. So that usually just offers a little bit of a delay, and also it's the only pit stop there, so just make sure when you're there you go to the washrooms if you need to use them, and you can also go out to the border, and at the border you can buy a few snacks, and you can also change your money. I mean, they have really good rates, but if you could change your money all in Nairobi while you're here at the forexes, it just saves you a lot of trouble. And also just have a little change on you so that you can be able to go to the washrooms, because washrooms around, I guess when you're traveling, you have to realize you have to pay a little money because of the maintenance of the washroom. So have a little money on you, otherwise you'll end up paying more, because you have to leave some money there. I don't think they allow you to go for free unless like you can convince them. And so the bus conditions, the first time I went, the reason I thought this was important was because the first time I went to Arusha, I had a very, very smooth sailing journey, but the second time the bus broke down. The bus was late, first of all, and the next time I went to Saibaba both times. So you can imagine I had an excellent experience and a less than excellent experience from the same bus company. And we broke down just after the border, so that was a bit inconveniencing. So I would say Arusha is not that far after you got into the border. So if you run through any inconveniences, anywhere you're traveling, just have a little money on you. And if you're really in a hurry, you make up time by taking a taxi or by taking any transportation you might find in case of any breakdowns. All right, the roads. The roads are actually really good when you're going towards Tanzania. Tanzania has very nice roads, and also on the Kenyan side, the road is really nice. So I'd say like I've traveled with someone who had who couldn't travel on rough roads, and yeah, because they would like easily get injured from the movement, and so the road was really nice. I'd say the road was very nice. Traveling alone, if you're traveling alone, I feel like there's no need to worry. I traveled from Dar-es-salaam, I was traveling to Dar-es-salaam alone, and we passed through Arusha, and I was okay the whole time. Yeah, so I would say there's not a big deal traveling alone. I feel like you just need to ensure that your possessions are kept nicely, and you know, just the normal level of caution on the road. You just observe that level of caution and you'll be good. Next, if you're a female solo traveler, I am female, I was solo, I traveled the route, but the last time I was with my brother, but then the route was okay, so I'd say go for it. Next, the currency. You need to understand the currency. Just because anywhere you're traveling to, any country, just you had better have a really proper understanding of the currency, just in case someone says, just in case you don't get confused, because you might get confused and you feel like you're being conned. Though at the border the rates are pretty good from, you know, the honest money traders, but you never know whether there's a jackal among the herd, so you had better know the currency just in case. Yeah. So the next thing, the travel requirements. If you're an East African citizen, then it's pretty simple. You just need your passport and yellow fever. Yellow fever is very important. If you don't have yellow fever, you're gonna have to get it at the border, and it costs around 1,500 at the border, I think, to get it, or 2,000. But you can easily get it at Wilson Airport or City Hall for around 2,500. But it'll save you a lot of time. Yeah, getting that yellow fever. So with safety, I feel like the route is pretty secure, and because there are a couple of buses, you know, plying that route, so I think there is not much to worry about. And you know, all the same, Godspeed. Yes. And what to pack in case you're thinking of, you know, any extra things you would need to pack. I'm not sure. I mean, if you're not used to like a place with a lot of mosquitoes, I didn't observe a lot of mosquitoes in Arusha as much as I observed in Dar-es-salaam, because I guess there's Mount Meru, so it's pretty high up in altitude maybe. So I'd say, yeah, you could pack, you know, this mosquito repellents, or you could pack, I packed an umbrella, because you never know about the weather, you know, in this place it just rains randomly and you just want to be aware. For food, in case you want to pack food, these buses leave, especially if you take the Saibaba and the Alyce buses, you're not going to find any shops open in town, so I'd advise you to have bought everything you needed beforehand. And yeah, or you can buy at the border, but there are no other pit stops I observed, none whatsoever. And the last thing is, probably if you want to entertain yourself, you can carry some music, read a book, do anything, and you know, Bottom line is, I hope you enjoy the journey. So I hope this has been helpful. Tell me if you need any help with traveling anywhere else, and I will be sure to post a video. 감사합니다.